Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Kathy's Corner, Seed in the Sand, and this is Chapter 7 of Healing Waters, Lake Cruise. And what I want to talk about today with the Lake Cruise and the Healing Waters is, I think I talked about it yesterday a little bit about like the DNA of water. That water can change with our thoughts, water can change with our emotions. If we have positive thoughts, that water can become manifesting into positive emotion. And if we have negative thoughts or destructive thoughts or um, thoughts that aren't healthy for us, that water can turn into like a destructive DNA for us. And so I really think that there is living water, and what we focus on will grow into everything around us, including the food and the drink that we choose to intake in. And if we have those positive energies around us, those positive vibrations, I'll tell you, it does show up in the DNA of that water. It does. It's just kind of amazing how that happens. Where there's been one time when I kind of had a shelving unit, and on the top of it, it had kind of had this pattern in it, and I thought, where did that pattern come from? It was kind of like I hadn't dusted for a while, so it was kind of in the dust. But it was a very clear pattern, and I thought, that's just kind of amazing to me that things have vibrations that show up in the environment or the food or water that we drink. And so that's what I was thinking about today was the DNA. Before I did snowflakes and said, like in the middle of the snowflake is like a diagonal or a cross pattern. And then from that comes all these crystals and formations that come from, that form into that snowflake. And that's what I'm thinking of with the DNA of water. It becomes a part of our vibration, our DNA, our essence of who we are. It becomes who we are. So if we're positive and happy and joyful and empowering, and if we are thinking of beautiful things in our lives, um, we will have beautiful things that we drink and eat, and that becomes beautiful within us. That beautiful vibration can become part of us through our food and our water. And so that's what I was thinking about today. I don't know if people agree with that or not, but I do believe that if we put out a positive message into the universe, that universe remembers that in the water, in the food that we eat, in our vibrations, in our DNA, and we remember it and we can change it. So, all right. Sorry, I was just looking at something there. It was kind of weird. And so these are the Healing Spirit Oracle cards. And it looks like this. And hi, sweetheart. What you doing, baby girl? Are you ready to play? Yeah, Daisy's ready to play. All right. So the card that we're picking out for today is this one. And it says, Be like your spirit guide. And it says, the world can be full of judgment and jealousy, and it is easy to get dragged into problems that are not your own. Remember that you have a true friend in the spirit world who only wants the best for you and who only will guide you away and who only wants the best for you and who will guide you away from such negativities if you allow them to do so. When you are between a rock and a hard place, do what your guide would do and lead by example. Your guide is showing you that you can rise above petty things and bring more spiritual action to the situation. You are bigger than this. Well, that definitely relates to my life. I'm really appreciative of that card because I have a lot going on, as some of you might know. And you do have to rise above the pettiness and they think of this of me, what did people think of me? Okay, so these are the Healing Waters cards by Rebecca Campbell, and they look like this. And I'm just thinking of beautiful crystals, beautiful snowflakes, beautiful ways of expressing those crystals and those beautiful patterns. And this is Beneath the Surface. What's really driving you? True motives, breaking free. Beneath the surface. All right. It says, often things that we think we want are not what we really want deep down. Sometimes we go after them because the world has told us we should do certain things to be certain in a certain way, and we don't realize there's a choice. Sometimes we're driven by the need to keep up, the need to be approved of or fit in. Sometimes we do things just because we've always done them, and we can't even see out of the box that is containing us. Sometimes what we're chasing is really chasing us. What is it that you truly want, and why do you want what you truly want? Be honest about it. What are you chasing that's holding you captive? Are you being called to break free from the box that's containing you? What's beneath the surface of what you currently see? What are your true motives deep down? What are you expending energy on? Things that are you expending energy on things that aren't truly inner yearnings? What is really driving your behavior and your desires? From time to time, from confusion to clarity, it's time to move on from confusion to clarity, to question the narrative, realign yourself, reclaim your life, to open your mind to what is it that you really truly want, and reorient yourself towards it. It's safe to change your mind, to step out of the box, to choose a different way of being. Look beneath the surface of your day-to-day life and reflect on what's really driving you and what you really truly want. Freedom always follows, and so does ease and fulfillment. And the Soul Inquiry says, What are you doing? What are you doing that you don't really want to do? Or what are you doing that's because you always have? All right. So I am thinking of things that we kind of do in the shadows, kind of think about in the shadows. Um, um, and what we do without even thinking about it, and how we can bring ourselves to want to become more, want to become better, want to change that DNA to a positive rather than a negative vibration. And yeah, what we really want out of life, what we really desire, why we desire that, how we intend to get that. That's great for these Healing Waters cards to say, let's change that DNA. Let's change it to what we really want, not and get rid of what we don't need anymore in our lives. So, all right, I hope everybody has a great day.